it's Oa and welcome back to my channel, and today is another bullet journal video, and this is my plan with me for March setup. So for this month I decided to go with a plan theme, which is something that I wanted to do for a very long time but never got around to do it in my own journal. I did it in a custom journal, which I have a video on my channel if you want to go check that one out, and I will put it in the link in the description box down below, so go check that out if you are interested. But this is in my own personal journal, and I am using a Digmat notebook, and I have a code if you are interested in getting one for yourself. I have a 10% off code, which is OA10, and also a link in the description box down below. And without further ado, let's jump straight into this video. So what you're seeing now is my cover page, and I decided to go with some shelves to go along with my theme and put plants on top of them, which I wasn't sure about really when I made the sketch. I was hesitant at first, and in the end I am absolutely in love with this, so really happy that I did that. But basically I did 3 shelves, 2 on the left side, 1 on the right side, and the one on the right side has a picture frame, which I just colored it in later in black and added March in cursive and white to mimic one of those boards with the letters, and then the rest is just basically plants. I did the shelves in usually brown, a pretty light brown, and if you're wondering what I'm using, I use my Tombow markers for this entire setup, and I will have them linked below, also as which markers I'm using. But basically I did the little shelves, which actually looks adorable, so I'm quite proud of myself. And then I did some plants all over them. You can see me now coloring in the picture frame that I talked about, which I'm not really sure about the colors. It doesn't pick up well on camera. I used a dark brown and black in the center. And then the first shelf at the top, I have plants that falls down. I don't know the name of plants, so sorry if I butcher anything throughout this video. But basically I did one of those and one that goes up to have some sort of equality on the shelves, and I just decided to go with a lot of different colors to have a lot of visual and just having a lot of pop of color. Next to the picture frame, I did a rose or any sort of flower really, which is the only thing in pink really in this entire setup. So I don't count it as a color for the setup, I just have it as an accent color really. And then hanging from that, I have what is supposed to be a glass thing with little cactuses inside. So hopefully you can tell what it is because it's kind of weird, but I saw it all over Pinterest, so yeah. And the last shelf just had a cactus and some sort of plants. And we are already onto the calendar spread, which is always the second spread that I make. It's just basically to keep track of all my appointments. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that I am chronically ill, so this lets me keep track of all of my assignments. Also, sorry for my head that keeps poking through on the side. I don't know, I must haven't been careful enough when I was filming. But basically what I did is my normal 3 by 3 centimeters squares for the days, and in between each row I did a 1 square or half a centimeter line going across to have the numbers of the day. And then at the top of every column I added the name of each days of the week. Also, something I might have to point out is that I do start my week on Mondays. I know that maybe some of you start on Sundays, but I'm not. I live in Europe. That's maybe why we start on Monday. That's just the thing. And then I decorated all around with little plants, and on the right side I added a little goal section, which I'm in love with. I am gonna be so happy when I have to fill this in, honestly. I'm so excited to be able to have my goals just here and see them all the time. And underneath it I have a little floating shelf situation. I try to mimic as if it was with hanger and just floating. I don't know if it looks like that. And then I added a couple books, a couple flowers, and then a cactus and another plant. And then down under Sunday, so the last day of the week, I have a little glass situation again. And what you see me now do is a little black artisan thing to put the name of the month, which is supposed to replicate a wooden board. I'm not sure it actually looks like that, but that's what I was trying to do. And then afterwards I will just write March on it, and I just did all of my plans. You can see me now adding the numbers in each one of the days. Also, I might have to talk about a little thing. This was done once a long time ago. Second, I did this video when I had both my arms working. If you're new to my channel, I am paralyzed currently from the left arm. And I was lucky enough when it was the beginning of the paralysis to have a couple days where my arm was working, so I just did as many videos as I possibly could to be able to have content for you guys. So if it's a little shaky or not the best quality possible, that's probably why. This video was actually recorded, I finished it at midnight one day, so please don't be too harsh on it. I did my best, but the conditions for me to do it is probably not the best. Also, maybe by the time you see this, I will be in the hospital. So yeah, that's just a little disclaimer if my other videos are about me in the hospital. And the next spread on the list is my mood tracker, which, if you don't know what it is basically a place to keep track of the mood you're feeling throughout the month. And you basically just color it every day based on your moods, and you choose the colors, and it's really fun to do. And basically the way I did mine is to have just a bunch of individual plants and have them numbered by sections so that I can have a section for each day. And it's different the way I did it for every single one of the plants. So the one all the way at the top, which is hanging from the top of the page, is basically there's 3 strings of leaves, so one of each is for a day. The cactus, each section with the line going down, is for a day. The one underneath it is a leaf by day. The one in the middle is 2 days per leaf. And then the one at the top is 1 day per leaf, so it's really just a whole bunch of different ways to do it. Obviously, that's not the only way you can do a mood tracker, but I decided to go for this month. And I really enjoyed the process of making it, even though I was so tired by the time I was filming this. Also, I forgot to record when I added the key, but you could see it in the little close-up. And now we are onto the habit tracker, which is basically for me 6 habits that I will be tracking. The way it works is that I do a tiny little calendar like you can see me doing now, and then I basically just fill in for what day it is. So I have the little days and I add a little pop of color if I did the habit for that day, basically, and it helps you keep track of them. And then I did habit tracker at the top with those bubble letters, and added obviously a little plant. And you will not see the complete version of me making the calendars just because it takes so long. I wanted to concentrate and actually do them right, because it's really easy, especially with me having dyslexia, to just completely mess it up. So yeah. And then what you see me now do is add a medication tracker, which is basically for each day all the medication that I have to take. As I mentioned earlier, I am chronically ill, so I do take quite a bit of medication every day, so I have to keep track of all of them. And in order to have enough space, what I do is use half squares. So I basically only have half of the space needed for the same numbers day, and the space left I did plants. And I actually completely messed up when I was planning this, because I normally always have a migraine tracker because I need to keep track of them, and I completely messed up when I did the sketches and forgot to add it. And when I realized it was already way too late, it was a few days after filming, so there was no point in trying to add it, especially because of all the doodles that I added. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do this for the month, but yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. But yeah, that's basically it for this spread. I just spent some time coloring it in and just make it all pretty. And obviously I haven't failed like the meds or the habits, because as I said, I'm doing this pretty early on, so maybe I will change my mind, or some of them won't be relevant anymore. So I just wanted to be able to change if needed. Next is my symptoms tracker, which is something really important for me. And I basically do 7 columns like you see me do now, and they are all 2 squares wide, and I basically color it in every single day with a key which is from 0 to 4, which every single one has a color, and I just fill in how much pain I'm in or whatever symptoms I choose to track. And it's just basically to have one space where I can see every single one of my symptoms and be able to just give that to a doctor, and they know exactly, like, for example, when I had a migraine, when I had, I don't know, cold hands or low circulation in my hands, or I don't know, anything like that. And it's really useful. And then I just basically number on the side the brown line one for every day, and that's basically it. It's really simple, easy to set up, and same way for the habit tracker. I will add in later on exactly what symptoms I will be tracking, and if you want to see a little bit more of that, I have a TikTok where I do daily videos and fitting it in my bullet journal every day, so you can go check that out. It's in the description box down below. But we are already onto the sleep tracker, which is just the basic layout that I do every single month, nothing too special. Also, if you see my hand going on the side all the time, I was recording a TikTok. I do the process of it the whole way through, so that's probably why. But what I do is basically I do a box, and then I have all the days on the vertical side, and then on the horizontal I have the numbers of hour. I use the 24-hour clock, so I have from 5 p.m. to 4 p.m. the next day, and I basically am able to write anytime I sleep and also naps. That's why I do the full complete day. And at the bottom I have a key for good, okay, and bad, so the quality of my sleep, just because I need to have a little bit of insight on how well I sleep and compare it to the actual hours that I sleep. And then the last spread that I did is my water tracker, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's to track my water, and the way it works is the exact same way as the sleep tracker, except that I have the days, and then horizontally I have the numbers of cups, so from 0 to 12, and then I just fill in from the side, so from the left side until how many cups I have drank, and it just helps me keep track and also motivates me to drink water. For the longest time I would only have 1 or 2 cups of water, and I wanted to change that, so I'm doing a lot better with this. So that's the proof that it does actually work. Don't mind the fact that I completely butchered the word water. I tried to write the A and went too fast and went straight into the T, so that's fine. Also, you will have 2 bonus spread at the end of this video, which will be just after this, just as close-ups, which are a productivity tracker and highs and lows. But it's almost the end of this video, so I wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!